Welcome to the Mukbang Fire Spicy Noodle Tteokbokki Challenge, or as I like to call it, a one-way ticket to regret. Today we're diving into the world of nuclear-level spicy food, the kind that makes you question all your life choices and instantly regret having taste buds. Now, we're not just eating for fun. We've got two teams, Team Pink vs. Team Blue. Who will survive the flames? Who will cry first? Who will need a fire extinguisher for their mouth? Let's find out. At the start of the challenge, everyone is full of confidence. They sit down, look at the bowl of fire spicy noodles, and laugh like it's a casual meal. Someone says, "It's just noodles. How bad can it be?" Another person chimes in, "I eat spicy food all the time. This will be easy." Ah, the sweet, innocent ignorance. Then the first bite happens. At first, nothing. A false sense of security. The noodles taste good, savory, a little sweet, with a nice chewy texture. But then the fire awakens. Suddenly, tongues are on fire, throats feel like they swallowed lava, and mouths go numb yet somehow still in pain. Someone tries to speak, but all that comes out is a hiccup of suffering. Another person takes a sip of water, big mistake. The spice multiplies, spreading the burn to every corner of their soul. Faces turn red, sweat starts dripping, and panic sets in. Why is it getting worse? They scream. And that's when reality hits. This is not just food, it's a survival test. Lesson learned? Never underestimate spicy noodles. They don't just burn your mouth, they burn your pride, your confidence, and your will to live. The first bite is deceptively pleasant. The noodles are chewy, coated in a rich, glossy sauce that smells amazing. You think, hey, this isn't so bad. I can handle this. You even start feeling a little cocky. Maybe all those horror stories about fire noodles were exaggerated. Then it happens. The heat doesn't just kick in, it drop kicks your taste buds straight into the afterlife. Your tongue erupts in flames, your throat closes up, and your body enters survival mode. The spice isn't just a flavor anymore, it's a sentient being, and it has decided you must suffer. Your soul? Gone. It left the moment the spice punched you in the face. Your tongue. Crying for help. If it could talk, it would be drafting a final will and testament, leaving everything to your lips because they're also on fire. Your brain starts malfunctioning. Do you breathe? Do you drink water? Do you accept your fate and call your mom to say goodbye? And just when you think it can't get any worse, someone says, it gets spicier the longer it sits. Lesson learned? Fire noodles don't just attack your mouth, they attack your very existence. At first you think you can handle it. It's just spice, you tell yourself. I've been through worse. But then the fire fully kicks in. It doesn't just stay in your mouth, it spreads like wildfire through your entire body, and suddenly you're experiencing a full body meltdown. First, the forehead starts dripping. Not a cute little glisten, I'm talking Niagara Falls level sweat. Within seconds, your hairline is wetter than a rainforest, and you look like you just ran a marathon inside a volcano. Next, the neck and back join the suffering. The spice activates every sweat gland you didn't even know existed. Your shirt, soak, you start fanning yourself like an old grandma in church, but it doesn't help. Someone suggests drinking water by mistake. The moment it touches your tongue, the spice laughs in your face and doubles in intensity. By this point, regret is at 100%. Your confidence, gone. Your dignity, evaporated. Someone asks, "Are you okay?" And you just sit there, drenched in your own misery, whispering no. Lesson learned? Spicy noodles don't just burn your mouth, they turn you into a human sprinkler system. The moment the spice hits full power, your first instinct is to grab the nearest drink and gulp it down like your life depends on it. And it does. But here's the cruel reality. Water doesn't help. Not even a little. In fact, it betrays you. The second the water touches your tongue, the spice spreads like wildfire. Instead of relief, you get a full-on explosion in your mouth. Your throat tightens, your eyes widen in horror, and suddenly you're questioning every decision that led you to this moment. Then someone, equally desperate, suggests soda. Big mistake. The bubbles agitate the spice, making it feel like tiny fire ants start breakdancing on your tongue. At this point, you're ready to sign a peace treaty with your taste buds, but it's too late. The damage is done. That's when milk becomes the holy grail. It's no longer just a drink, it's liquid salvation. If you don't have it, your only options are to pray or cry. And let's be honest, you're already doing both. Lesson learned? Water is a liar. So does your enemy. And without milk, you might as well start writing your goodbyes. The moment the spice fully kicks in, your body goes into meltdown mode. First, your eyes. They don't just water, they flood. It's like you just watched the saddest drama ever, the kind where the main character loses everything in the last episode. You're not just crying, you're ugly crying. Tears stream down your face, mixing with sweat, making you look like you just emerged from a monsoon of regret. Then, the nose joins the betrayal. It doesn't drip, it pours. You sniff once, and suddenly you're an Olympic sprinter's nose running at world record speed. Tissue! Nowhere in sight. So you're just sitting there, eyes leaking, nose running, mouth on fire, questioning all your life choices. At this point, your entire face is a disaster zone. Someone across the table looks at you with concern and asks, "Are you okay?" You try to respond, but all that comes out is a hiccup and a sniffle. Lesson learned? Fire noodles don't just burn your mouth, they destroy your dignity. If you ever wanted to know what it feels like to cry, sweat, and suffer all at the same time, this is the challenge for you. At the start of every spicy challenge, there's always one team that acts like they're invincible. They talk the most, they laugh the loudest, and they say things like, "Pef, this is nothing. I eat spicy food all the time." They hype themselves up, take the biggest bites, and smirk at the other team like they've already won. Then, 5 minutes pass. The confidence? Gone. The smirk? Replaced with sheer panic. Suddenly, they're hiccuping uncontrollably, their faces turning redder than the noodles themselves. Sweat pours down their foreheads like they just ran a marathon through a desert. Their hands start shaking as they frantically fan their mouths, desperately searching for anything to stop the fire. One of them grabs a glass of water, big mistake. The spice only spreads, making things 10 times worse. Someone else tries to act cool but is secretly wiping away tears of regret. Another one sits in silence, staring into the distance, questioning every decision that led them here. Lesson learned? Spicy food doesn't care about your ego. The ones who talk the most always suffer the hardest. So next time, let your mouth do less talking, because soon it'll be too numb to talk at all. In every spicy challenge, there's always that one person, the quiet, mysterious competitor who doesn't talk much. While everyone else is crying, sweating, and gasping for air, this person sits there calmly, taking bite after bite like they're eating a regular bowl of noodles. No reaction, no tears, no suffering. Naturally, this raises some serious questions. Are they human? Do they have superpowers? Have they trained for this their whole life? Or the most terrifying possibility, do they even have taste buds? The rest of us are out here experiencing a full body meltdown while they're just enjoying their meal. Someone hands them a glass of milk, but they politely decline as if they're above such mortal weaknesses. Another competitor, currently choking on their own hiccups, stares at them in disbelief, whispering, "Teach me your ways." Meanwhile, the rest of us are questioning our life choices, fanning our mouths, and making deals with the universe. And this person, they finish their plate, wipe their mouth, and casually ask, "So what's for dessert?" Lesson learned? There are two types of people in this world. Those who suffer from spicy food, and those who terrify the rest of us. You think the worst is over. You survived the spice. Your mouth has stopped burning, mostly your eyes are dry again, and you finally stopped hiccuping. You even start feeling a little proud of yourself. I did it. I conquered the fire noodles. Then your stomach reminds you who's boss. It starts as a weird, uneasy feeling, nothing too serious. Then within seconds, it escalates into a full-blown disaster. Suddenly, it feels like a tiny volcano has erupted inside you, and it's showing no mercy. The fire that once lived in your mouth has now migrated south, and your stomach is not happy about it. You sit there clutching your abdomen, realizing that the real battle has just begun. Someone asks if you're okay, and all you can do is groan in pain. Another person stands up and sprints to the bathroom like their life depends on it. Spoiler alert, it does. At this point, there's no going back. You have officially entered the danger zone. Lesson learned? The fire noodles don't just attack your tongue. They wait and then strike when you least expect it. And trust me, your stomach will never forget. You may think the challenge is over once you put down your chopsticks. But oh no, the real battle hasn't even begun. The moment the last bite is swallowed, your stomach starts plotting against you. You feel a strange, ominous rumble deep inside, like a storm is brewing. And then it happens. Your stomach activates full self-destruct mode. You break out into a cold sweat. Your face goes pale. Your entire body tenses as you realize, I need to get to the bathroom now. Well, suddenly you're moving faster than you ever have in your life, sprinting like an Olympic athlete while others watch in horror. This is not a drill. Once inside, the suffering reaches a whole new level. The spice, which once burned your mouth, has now decided to take its revenge on the way out. You grip the sink, staring at yourself in the mirror, whispering never again. But deep down, you know the truth. You'll probably do this again next week. Lesson learned? Spicy food doesn't just punish you in the moment. It follows you. It haunts you. And in the end, the bathroom is where true warriors are made. After enduring the worst pain of your life, you sit there sweating, hiccuping, and questioning every decision that led to this moment. Your mouth is numb. Your stomach is in self-destruct mode. And you've just spent way too much time in the bathroom, contemplating your entire existence. You swear, never again. You tell yourself this was a one-time mistake. No more spicy food challenges. No more fire noodles, Tteokbokki, or anything that makes you cry on the inside. You're done. Retired. Moving on to a peaceful life of mild, sensible food choices. Then, a week later, someone casually says, hey, let's do a spicy food challenge. And before you even realize it, you say yes. It's like your brain forgets everything. You suddenly convince yourself that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't that bad. Maybe you overreacted. Maybe this time you'll win. Spoiler alert, you won't. The same cycle of suffering will repeat, and once again you'll be crying, sweating, and regretting everything. Lesson learned. Spicy food is not just a challenge, it's an addiction. And no matter how much you suffer, you'll always come back for more.